Well, hello there. It's another great day to bring a big smile on your face
and
at 7 a.m.
What we do every single day.
Exactly.
We try to make everything possible for you to smile, especially when we're about to boost you out of your house, getting to work.
Rather like get you out of bed.
Yeah, sometimes.
Yeah.
Sometimes. But while the weekend is just around the corner, and of course we love weekends, so we can relax. And because you're about to have quite a lot of fun in many different
50 Shades. Oh, okay.
50 Shades?
I'm sorry.
Yummy?
I just have to put that out there.
It's too early in the morning. I mean, really.
Yeah, now traditional TV is just one of the platforms that you can watch us on. But you can also check us out on tvcontinental.tv and on Facebook.
At TVC Connect, make sure you use our hashtag WakeUpNigeria on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram. Engage us so we can engage you. Okay, I wanted to pause there.
Engage us.
My name is Titilayo Oyinson.
And I'm Yomi Ope. We're going to be doing some cooking today.
Yes, indeed.
And of course, Chef Tolu on a Thursday is brimming with energy.
Yeah,
Hi guys.
Chef.
I'm kitchen alone today.
Okay, so Tolu, you're losing weight. I just had to say that because.
Thank you very much.
Wait.
Okay, so she bakes, so it's so hard for people that bake to actually bring their weight.
Yeah, because they're also always tasting all that sugar and chocolate and all that stuff. So.
Well done, Tolu, well done.
Well done. Well done.
Let's start the show.
Yeah, we're starting off this morning with crafts. We have a do-it-yourself segment coming on your way on the show on how to maintain your beads and keep them pretty and shiny. Bimbo Balogun of Bim Beads Concepts is standing by for that.
Yes, indeed. Can't wait. And of course, expect a musical performance as well from Zayo.
Ladies and gentlemen, number one Coco correct the Sabata.
The 2018 FIFA World Cup is all the way right now, and we will very soon be bringing you updates straight from Russia, thanks to Power Oil.
We're also going to be bringing you tips on how to brush up your vocal skills, courtesy, the one, the only, Benga Bile.
Do some exercise in this region. I'm going to start with the first exercise called the VU exercise. Can we try?
And we're also going to be having a book chat with Hadiza El-Rufai, author of the book An Abundance of Scorpions. Looking forward to that one. Great book, by the way. Yeah.
I've been trying to figure out how to grab this book from Yomi all through yesterday. Every time I saw him drop it on the table, I'll go grab it and he'll come and take it back. So I'm really looking forward to reading this particular one.
It's a really good book. Very emotional.
Oh, wow.
Very emotional book. From the beginning, it was emotional. And in a way, you can tell it was written by a woman. I hate to say it, but...
Oh, you say that.
Wait, I just feel...
I'm feeling some kind of feminist movement.
Yeah, there was a lot of emotional energy in the book. And you right off from page 1, you can get that emotional energy. And we're going to be talking to her to find out why she wrote the book, what she was thinking about, you know, some parts of it are really heartbreaking. You should
yeah, so you're making it even more tempting for me to take this book before you even get to have the chat.
No, not
but that aside,
after today. I have coffee stains in the book from reading.
Kilo day. All right, so away from books, on to football. And did you watch the match yesterday?
I did. A lot of progress that is being made. People have started qualifying for the group of 16. So
I'm just hearing one name everywhere.
Where?
Ronaldo.
Exactly.
That's all I'm hearing.
He was trending yesterday because of a header.
Okay.
That is scored. So that's his 4th goal in 2 matches. So already he's aiming for the golden boot.
As in?
And he's just amazing. Everybody's now calling him the greatest of all time. GOAT.
Oh,
they even put a goatee on him in some of the memes. Online.
I should go online and check out some more on what people are saying.
Yeah, I mean, the World Cup fever has really caught on, even with women. You know,
especially with women.
Yeah, initially.
But what we are looking for is how they look in the shorts. You know, how tight their jerseys
not right.
are. No, does the jersey fit him all right? Even when he's about to score, you know. There's something Ronaldo does whenever he's about to do a penalty. He raises his shorts.
And
then you can see a lot more thigh. And like, yeah, shoot now.
His rock solid thigh. You know,
oh my goodness.
I'm sure you probably will not find the guys from Saudi Arabia too
No.
too attractive because they wear these big shirts and their shorts are
so long.
You remember knickerbockers from the 80s?
Just stop. It was just
like
it was
shorts
offensive.
that get to your knees.
It was offensive how long those shorts were.
Yeah, but you know, they did well. They did their best against Russia and all of that. But it looks like they're going to be going home, having lost 2 matches.
So we'll
yeah,
definitely be speaking with Promise later on.
Oh yeah, so
he must be having a great time in Russia.
Yeah, he is. He's meeting. One of the things that's going on with him is that he's meeting new people.
Yeah.
So he's met Egyptian fans. Yeah. He's met fans from Spain and different places like that. And he's going to be talking to us in about an hour when we get to talk to him.
It's about time for us to head over to the news now, and Busolami is on standby.
Thank you. Some information overload coming from your end there this morning, but I'm going to keep it professional from my own end. Excuse me. Staff of the National Emergency Management Agency on Wednesday protested against what they called the failed leadership of the agency. They converged on the emergency bay in Abuja, asking the government to probe the administration of its Director General, Mustapha Mihaja, whom they say is incompetent. The feud between the workers and the DG reached a peak with the strike by the workers, which began last week, Monday. President Muhammadu Buhari has signed the 2018 budget into law. This comes 7 months after he presented the 2018 appropriation bill before the National Assembly. The president expressed his reservations about the changes made in the budget by the National Assembly. The budget for major infrastructure projects across the country was cut by about 347 billion naira, an action President Buhari says will make his administration unable to implement key projects. Authorities of the Obafemi Awolowo University in Ile-Ife have dismissed Professor Richard Akindele over inappropriate conduct with one of his student, Monica Osage. Vice Chancellor of the university says that the decision was reached by the council, having considered the recommendation of the Senate and the report of the Joint Committee of Council and Senate. Professor Akindele was accused by Miss Osage of requesting for sex to change her grades. Julius Agbaje has emerged the winner of the maiden edition of Africa painting competition powered by Remati Art Africa. Artja, a competition which requires an artist to create a painting that expresses an African utopia form from their own perspective, is a fusion of 2 words, Africa and future. As the winner of the maiden edition held at Ikoyi Gallery, Lagos, Julius Agbaje is now $2,500 richer.
We've come to the end of this very exciting competition, and it gives me the greatest honor and privilege to announce the winner of this competition, the first edition of this competition. And I'm proud to announce the name of Abidemi Julius Agbaje.
The aim of this Our Future competition is actually to create more opportunities for young artists, especially art graduates, to get the representation and necessary publicity they need when they initially emerge out of schools. The government is not really helping young artists in form of grants, and there are not enough grants and opportunities for them. So this is the maiden edition of the Our Future. It's a fusion of 2 words, Africa and the future. And I believe strongly that this would go on and would ensure that artists, young artists especially, gain the necessary representation that they need. So this is a tip of the iceberg, I would say, and we hope to continue by the coming years.
Well, that's all from me for now. I'm going to leave you with the weather update and do it back to Titi and Yomi for the rest of the program. Bye for now.
Hey.
pay.
Welcome back. Yeah, we're always doing that. So it's time for us to take the newspaper headlines, and we're going to be starting with The Guardian newspaper. It says here, Buhari raises concern over 2018 budget irregularities. National Assembly members dismiss objections. And it also says how 22.7 trillion naira 3-year budget sustain faulty processes. It says here, subscribers lodged 13,880 complaints against telecoms operators. 13,000 complaints.
Wow.
That's incredible. Federal government approves 28 judges for appeal, high courts. OAU finally sacks professor over sex for marks scandal. And finally, U.S. deports 34 Nigerians over immigration, other offenses. That's what we have on The Guardian.
The Punch is next with the headline, 2018 budget hard to implement with National Assembly alterations, says Buhari. Says lawmakers inserted 6,000 projects into signed budget. And then, of course, a couple of other writers there. Eagles rated 3rd worst team after first round of matches. Wow.
At least we're not worst.
Yeah, well, federal government shouldn't fund ranches with public money, Southern Middle Belt leaders. And OAU fires professor over sex for mark scandal. And NERC suspends Ibadan Disco's board over 6 billion naira inappropriate transaction. And finally, Buhari okays 28 judges for appeal high courts. All on the cover of The Punch.
On the Nigerian Tribune, it says, Buhari at signing of 2018 budget laments NAS reduced project costs, introduced 578 billion naira own projects.
Wow.
Enugu Airport cut from 2 billion naira to 500 million naira. Maritime University cut from 5 billion naira to 3.4 billion naira. It also says here, NAS budget increased from 120 billion to 139 billion. We're not rubber stamp legislators, say the reps. And NAS to address press conference tomorrow. That's what we have on the Tribune.
Up next is the Vanguard with the headline, Budget. National Assembly inserted 578 billion naira project, says Buhari. Presidency, governors in trade-off. Nigeria's public debt rises to 22.7 trillion naira in Q1 of 2018. And Buhari okays appointment of 28 new judges. We've not received any court order on Uwazurike, say police. And finally, Kogi local government boss appoints 200 aides. Just imagine that. Local government chairman
200 aides.
Has 200 aides. Like,
200.
I'm not sure like even governors have 200 aides.
Okay, so
I think we have something on sports here.
Yes, complete sports.
Yeah, just
you got it. Okay, thank you. It says Iceland will be hard nuts to crack for Eagles. Igalo says we must be aggressive, ruthless. Yes, we know you need to be aggressive. Iceland say we won't change formation for Eagles. And Ronaldo sends Morocco home. Those are the main stories on Complete Sports.
All right, and that's about all that we can take on the newspaper headlines for now.
It's about time for us to go for fitness. And, well, hey, next we have BenFit.
1, 2. Okay, it's about that time of the morning on the fitness segment on Wake Up Nigeria. And you know what it is? Excuses burn 0 calories. So if you don't want to burn 0 calories, come on, challenge yourself with us as we do this wonderful workout segment. And we are doing total body workout. My name is BenFit. Come on, let's go. How you guys doing? Okay, let's go. Low knees. Work it down.
Get
warm
ready
up.
for Tabata
Keep
1.
going. Yeah, that's it, that's it. It's always very, very important to warm up in any form of exercise. Don't just jump into any workout. You need to warm up. Keep going, keep going. 10 seconds. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Relax it. I made the first workout today. You reverse and give me the hop. 1. Good job. Go. Come on. Yeah. Keep going. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7,
1.
8,
Cycle
9.
1 complete.
Awesome. 10 to the other side. Are you ready? Yeah. Come on, let's do this. Go. Take it down. 1. Good job.
Prepare
2,
and work.
3, 4, 5. Let's go, go, go. 6. Keep moving, keep moving. 7, 8. Come on. 9 and 10. All right. I told you we're doing total body workout, but we are still focusing more on lower part of the body. Are you guys ready?
2,
Take it forward, lounge.
Rest.
Lounge.
Cycle 2
Switch.
complete.
Lounge and give me that double squat. Squat, up, and squat. Repeat, go. Lounge.
Prepare.
That's it.
And
lounge,
work.
double squat. Squat. Awesome. That's it. Repeat, go. Lounge. Hold. Lounge. Let's go. Squat. Come on. Squat. Go. Lounge. Hold. Lounge. Take it down. Awesome. That's the last one. All the way down.
2,
Are you ready?
1.
Let's take it down.
Rest.
Come on.
Cycle 3 complete.
Take it down. You jump in. 1, 2, 3, go. 1, go. Whoa. Whoa.
Prepare
That's it.
and
You are
work.
doing good. Keep moving, guys. You can see you can actually challenge yourself and try the advance. Woo. You go. You see? Take the time. Jump in 5 seconds, 4 seconds, 3 seconds. 2 and relaxing. Are you ready for the next
Rest.
one? Stay down.
Cycle 4 complete.
Good job, good job. Awesome. Give me some clock work. Come on. 1, 2,
Prepare
and 3. Go,
work.
go, go, go. Side. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and switch. Go. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Come on, go, go. Your waist down. Good job. You can see. Take your time. Challenge yourself. Squeeze your glutes. 5
1.
seconds.
Rest.
4 seconds.
Cycle
3,
5
2,
complete.
and all the way up. Good job, good job, good job. That's for the upper part of the body. Come on, let's just do one more set
Prepare
of this.
and
let's
work.
stick it in. Standing out. 5, 6, 7. Let's go. Take it back. Back. In. Come on. Good job. That's it. Keep moving. That's good. Whoa. 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 3, 2,
1.
and
Rest.
1. The
Cycle
other side.
6 complete.
5, 6, 7. Go. Awesome. Come on. That's good. Yeah.
Prepare
Keep moving.
and
Control
work.
your breath each time you're doing this exercise. Inhale and exhale. In 3, 2, and 1. On to the next one. 5, 6, 7. Let's go. Forward lunge. Forward lunge. Double squat. Go. Down and whoa. Go. Forward. Forward.
3,
Double.
2,
Down.
1.
Yeah.
Rest.
Come on.
Cycle 7
Forward.
complete.
Forward. Come on. Down. One more to go. Forward. Forward.
Prepare
Go.
and
down.
work.
All the way down. Come on, let's go. Let's go. 5, 6, 7. Jump in. Whoa. Whoa. Oh. Come on. Go, 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 go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. 5 seconds. 4 seconds. Good job now. 3, 2,
1.
and 1.
Rest.
All the way
Tabata
down.
1
Still there. Still there.
complete.
Give me
Recover
that work. Come
for
on.
1 minute.
Whoa. 2 and 3. Switch. Go. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Go. Come on. Go, 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 go. Yeah. Condition that body and switch. Go. Keep moving, keep moving, keep moving, keep moving. Good job, Sade. 5 seconds, 4 seconds, 3, 2, and up, everybody. Don't forget, in any form of exercise, cool down is very, very important. Let's go. Inhale and exhale. As we cool down, I hand this over to Tolu at the kitchen. Come on, go. Inhale.
To the kitchen, and we are back here to whip up something amazing. Remember I said before, I'm kitchen alone today, so I'm so excited to show you how we're going to make some garlic bread sandwiches. So now this is a kitchen hack on how you can, say, use leftover bread at home so you don't throw it away. So this is just normal bread. It's leftover for like, I think 2 days old, and I'm going to convert it to garlic bread. First of all, I'm going to show you I'm trying to come up with, not really come up, I'm just going to show you a different way of frying an egg in nice, cute shapes and sizes for kids and all. So right here, I already have my eggs beaten up with salt, and I'm going to add in a little bit of sausages. And if you look into my frying pan, I have my cutters. So I'm going to be making a heart-shaped one and a flower-shaped one. So this is just very easy, simple. You can just fry the eggs normally, but this is just me just trying to, you know me, I'm a little bit extra. So I'm just going to put this in. My oil has been heated for a while. I'm going to hold it down so it can take the shape. Don't worry if it's not perfect. We're never perfect. But it's going to take the shape, and I just cut out the remaining parts that escaped our frying and our shape. So I'm just going to hold this down for a bit so that it gets, it molds together, or it forms the shape before I take my hands off and go to the next oil or the next shape cutter. So now for the garlic bread, and I did mention that it is leftover bread. So what I'm going to do is that I'm going to get a bit of oil. I'm using the power oil, and I'm going to sprinkle a bit of garlic powder on it, so that this garlic powder is what is going to bring out the garlic. You know, when you order stuff and you say, oh, you want garlic bread, and it comes looking all nice and fancy. Trust me, there's a very easy way of making it by yourself. So I think it is safe to take my hands off this because it's already forming. I wish you could see this. This is just something fun for you and the kids to do. So I can take my hands off it. So I'm just going to get on with my garlic bread, and I've sliced up 2. I'm going to make 2 garlic and 2 non-garlic for people that can't exactly eat garlic. But I need to put a bit of oil on the bread. Not so much for people that, you know, like, oh, that's a lot of oil. No, just a bit of oil. This is just to help it toast a little. So, and I'm also surprised, this is something that's just coming in. I'm also going to be adding, or I'm going to be making milkshake. And it's homemade milkshake. And when we come back after the break, I'll be showing you how to make that one. Welcome back to the kitchen, guys. So I'm putting in my bread into the fry pan. Before I go ahead, I'll quickly talk you through the ingredients. Forgot to do that. So we have sliced tomatoes, sausages, eggs, stale bread, powdered milk, a bit of coffee, garlic, obviously, garlic, the star of the day, water, peanut butter, and a bit of chocolate sauce. It is not necessary to add chocolate sauce. This is me making homemade milkshake, because I'm trying to show you how to make milkshake with regular ingredients you have in your house. And I'm also trying to show you how to like use your bread, your leftover bread, just in case so that you don't throw it away and all. So what we're going to do now is I put a bit of oil as a saw on the bread, and I put sprinkled a bit of ginger on it. If you can smell it, if only you are here, you would, oh my God. So I'm toasting the bread with the oil and ginger in the fry pan. And that is it. This is how they make garlic bread. Like, this is it. Like, trust me, there's nothing to it. This is a bit burnt, but we'll put an eye on the other one. See? Just keep going around it. I'm not putting oil in the fry pan. There's no need for that because I've already toasted and put oil, sprinkled oil on the bread. And here. So I'm just going to repeat that later on, and I'll put my eggs back here to continue to fry. I can't rush the eggs because I'm frying only one side. Now to the favorite part, which is the homemade milkshake, guys. My homemade milkshake is simple. Powder milk, I know. You know when you hear milkshake, you think it's something extra. Nah. Powder milk, but I'm adding a bit of coffee because of Yummy. Yummy, thank me very much. And I'm going to be adding milk into it. So when I add my milk, it's going to come up so full. And there, a little bit of milk. And we're going to be adding our peanut butter into this. Now, this peanut butter is just to give it a bit of peanuts, you know, taste to it. Nothing major. You can do without it. You can add cream instead. And what else? My chocolate sauce. And we're just going to blend. Where's the cover? There we go. Now, for your milkshake, you can add anything you want. You can add anything. You can add cream, you can add sugar, you can add condensed milk, you can add strawberry flavor, you can add any single thing you want. But this is me because this is breakfast. I'm adding a bit of coffee in it just to, you know, kick it up a little bit because it's breakfast and Yummy is going to love it. And now I'm going to go into my eggs to see where we are. It's almost ready. As you all know, I don't like oil, so I'm going to take this off the heat into the other fry pan. And use my knife to cut round the cutter so that I can have the shape that I need. And guess what, guys? Our egg is almost ready. Let me come closer so you can see me cutting it out. So our egg is almost ready. It's almost fried already. And I'm just trying to get out the shape. So when the kids are on holidays and stuff and you want to make something nice for them, this is just perfect. Look at that. A flower-looking egg. Can you see it? Isn't it perfect? And we're going to do that for the egg shapes. I'm going to do that for the remaining this. So all I'm just going to do now is just to assemble each of it. We'll take our milkshake away. And I'm going to assemble one of the garlic bread. I'm going to start with the egg, with my tomatoes. You can skip tomatoes if you don't want tomatoes. Then put in our delicious flour egg on top of it. Arrange some sausages on it. This is so easy and like you can't go wrong with this. And cover it up. Oh, that's upside down. And there we go. So we have an easy garlic sandwich. I wish I could eat this now, but I have to wait because we have guests. And we're going to pair this up with the amazing homemade milkshake, and we'll be sure to let you know how it tastes. So let's head over to the garden for a DIY tutorial. Bye.
All right. Wow. Okay. Welcome to our garden, and with me I have Bimbo Balogun of Bim Beads Concept, and she has been making beads for how many years now? How many years?
12 years.
12 years. Amazing. She's here to show us how best to maintain our jewelry and our beads. Now, it's really interesting that our beads can last for so many years, but how best can we maintain them?
Well, it depends on the kind of jewelry.
Okay.
You know, the costume jewelry, those gold-plated jewelry, they are maintained by using warm water to clean them with a dishwash, mild soap with no chemical. Just not hot water. Hot water will crack it up and it will damage the jewelry. So
okay.
It depends on
I know we have pearls and beads here. So since we have these on display, let's show people how best to look after these.
Okay. Okay. Here we have turquoise. This is turquoise.
Actual turquoise stones.
Yeah.
Okay.
This is real turquoise. and it's already ripped off, you know, and sometimes you really don't need to come to a jewelry designer to do, you know, the little things you should be able to do. So you, as a woman, trendy woman, or a woman who likes jewelry, you should have tools like this. We have the round nose, the chain nose, the cutter, and the bent nose.
Let me hold them up for people to see. So these are cutters.
They're pliers.
They're pliers.
Yes.
Okay. They all look the same to me, but you just call this a round nose.
Yes. Yeah.
Then this is a what?
Cutter.
A cutter, and this is
a bent nose.
A bent nose.
And this is the chain nose.
Okay. So what are you going to do to fix this now?
And now one of it is off. Is out of it. So we want to replace it.
Okay.
So this is wire. It's a non-tarnished wire.
Okay.
All we need to do is to...
Which of your pliers are you using now?
These are already bent, so I would like to cut this off.
Okay. So you don't use the bent parts, you only use the straight parts?
We use everything.
Okay.
We're coming. So this is the wire. We're going to put the wire in the turquoise bead. Then we use a round nose to get the curve. So this is what we do. So we make sure that the wire is at the plier is at the tip of the wire. So we make this round, you know,
curve.
Yeah, round curve. Okay. Now is the pea shape. We don't want it to tilt neither to the left nor right. We centralize it this way and make sure it's closed properly so that it doesn't reoccur.
Okay, can we hold that still? So right now with that round nose, you just created a loop,
so to speak.
Okay.
Yeah.
To hold the turquoise in.
Yes.
Okay.
So we have to do the same thing to the other end. So we cut and use the round nose to do the same. Okay. Like that.
So that was just 3 seconds you used to do that. Okay.
Yeah, I told you.
Yeah.
So we need to find to make sure that it's now attached to the chain. Okay. So we use the chain nose to open up the chain. Then we attach just like that.
Just attach it like this.
Yeah.
And then you close it back again.
Close it back, and the same
on the other side.
On the other side.
Okay. And
voila. That's it.
And the beads are back. Okay.
Back to life.
All right. Well, there was something we were talking about before we came on air about how to store our beads when we get them.
Oh, okay.
So what are the best ways to look after our beads?
When you purchase your beads, make sure that you are giving either a pouch or a box.
Okay.
You cannot purchase a bead where they store it in the nylon. Okay. That is not acceptable.
Okay.
So
when you buy the box, I can see there's something soft at the bottom of the box.
Exactly,
here.
yes.
Okay, so it should be soft?
No, either way, but the bottom line is it must be kept in a box.
Okay.
To avoid water or whatever.
Splashing on it.
Yes. And there's something I would like to explain. If you have a box like this, you don't want to put all your jewelry in one box. It is not acceptable. You don't put the pearl here, you get the turquoise, the coral, the carat gold, the plated gold, the rings, the wristwatch, you pack everything in no.
Okay.
What you should do is each of them should have a pouch. Okay. And you put them in a pouch and put them in a box. If you have to, if you have a big box that can accommodate the jewelry.
Okay, so I'm a big fan of displaying my jewelry like this. I have something like this in my house. Isn't this an okay way to store my jewelry?
A yes and a no.
Okay.
Now, if you have this kind of thing at home, it is advisable to have them hung this way such that they are not suspended like this.
Okay.
They should be like this because with time, the twine, the monofilament will expire.
Okay.
So you don't want the weight of this to keep dragging the twine.
Okay.
And such that it will break, because someday it will definitely break.
So in other words, let it lie on the table and hang,
exactly,
but not hung in mid-air.
Yes, this one fantastic. Cannot get to the bottom. So you have to let it lie. Your jury must lie. Let it lie.
I have to say a big thank you to you. I have to say a big thank you to you because we are pushing it on time. Bimbo Balogun of Bim Beats Concept here. Thank you so much for coming to show this to us. And I have a feeling we're going to be having another conversation later on. Please tell us how you feel about this on social media. Can't wait to hear what you have to say. But we have to go on a break now. It's still Wake Up Nigeria.
Well, music, they say, is food for the soul. And this morning, Nigerian artist Zio is here to treat us to one of his singles, and it's called The Colored Remix.
Yes,
are you ready?
I'm ready.
Let's do this.
Born ready.
Miss Kiss. Mala so white, belly colored. 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 Ladies and gentlemen, number one poco correcto te sabata. Shasha mi yorumi ko wale ya deshi mosaji isakaba. Utanya ko waja islabi sisi before when zagadat. To what's it about? To gather the car, go check go shower down. What is up for you tell it? Why you my brother you pele? Now it's shell. Baby I want le what tell it. Go check from tell it. Kabasha ba kimbere tell it. Come on me balogun ele. Because you shine like what pembo le lere. Look up at transmitter pelu antenna ko jora warane. Look up at ja ko te pelu eja ko to jora warane. To ba loko papo together the yellow one wa je pelu color green. If you go come back with you not supposed to come back now you know go para for you come get up for the you talk rubbish you go live and look everything go shell ma ko papo if you want to know what's up no so come no go put time together separately if you go join am na ko security ba me when I penalty 30 apala answer your lori mala so white color mala so white belly color mala so white belly color watch it mala so white belly color based on 1 or 2 bolo you already know I'm a baller I didn't say bolo boy baller I say sharp guy I say bad guy when I say bye bye he say bye bye timba so 4 lines he say Wi-Fi malo phone a friend he say lifeline I want weary I want balu won kon da won kiri biti malu won ri Rihanna lórí phone mi won challenge mi palaye si se yahoo that fuck guy Jako, wọ́n pa beat tí ká kọ́. Tí má ní sàlúdì ká àbọ̀gbẹ́ni fìlà kọ́. Ìgbà kan, àwọn ọmọ tó bá fi ṣakọ. Now we're believing in my mansion. I ain't talking ìgbàgbọ́. Má lọ soak white pẹ̀lú colour. Yé máa fọ́ mo rí bàbá tó máa wé wallet. Look up a transmitter pẹ̀lú antenna kò jọra wọ̀ rárá ni. Look up a ẹja kò tẹ́ pẹ̀lú ẹja kò jọra wọ̀ rárá ni. Tó bá lóko papọ̀ tó kẹ́dá ni yọ ló wà wájú pẹ̀lú kọ́lọ́ gẹ́rẹ́. You go come back with it, you're not supposed to come back now, you know. Mala so white, belly color. 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 Mala fix up for one to for gum. Mala pe Buhari for me Donald Trump. Mala te wa lóyún for motor a drum. Kilo ṣe yìí gọ́tẹ̀ kan bẹ́ kiri. Ọ̀gá yín gan olọ́mọ ṣẹ́ gidi. Ẹ lè plaster ẹ̀dẹ̀ lè rẹ́ giri. Wọ́n ti pè gbá olómi fún yín dẹ́ giri. Baby yàtọ̀ sẹ́fọ̀, ọmọ yín yàtọ̀ sẹ́kọ̀, irun yàtọ̀ sẹ́fọ̀, ìpèsè yàtọ̀ sẹ́fọ̀, ìgúnú yàtọ̀ sẹ́gun, Yorùbá yàtọ̀ sẹ́gun, abẹ́rẹ́ yàtọ̀ sẹ́gun, mo ti wá dá Mọ̀tẹ́kùn.
We are sure wọ́n fẹ́ sock me, àwọn Catholic wọ́n fẹ́ pop me, generator wọ́n fẹ́ jock me, smuggle me in wọ́n fẹ́ cock me, Facebook wọ́n yẹ pop me, wọ́n bá wọn fa ń ta wọ́n rọ̀ pé cock ni, wọ́n ní kí ti live akọ́tọ̀ sanwó àwọn wẹ̀rẹ̀ yẹ́ àgbẹ̀gbẹ̀ let's cock me. Ìmájì wọn náà fàájì wọ́n dẹ̀ ti wájì wọ́n ti fox ni. If you see me never trespass, don't even money can now fox me. Now the same excuses I on drugs, wọ́n mẹ́kọ́ mọ́ drop me. Time my better bá fẹ́ dìbò mọ́ lọ doubt here, wọ́n máa vote me. Look up a transmitter pẹ̀lú antenna kò jọra wọ̀ rárá ni. Look up a ẹja kò tẹ́ pẹ̀lú ẹja kò jọra wọ̀ rárá ni. Tó bá lóko papọ̀ tó kẹ́dá ni yẹn ló wà ń wájẹ́ pẹ̀lú kọ́lọ́ gírin. If you go come back with it, you're not supposed to come back now, you know. Mala so white, pẹ̀lú colour. 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 Mala so pants girlfriend ẹ pẹ̀lú
Silk White for the color. I like that. I like that. Why did you do that song? I mean, it's such a strange song.
Yeah, I mean, it's all about the streets.
Yeah.
I mean, everything now, the street don't take over finally. So, I mean, I'm doing this outside tune, hip-hop, in a street way.
Now, this video that I just saw, I mean, it's full of stars. How did you get all those guys together in one place?
I mean, they're my friends. They have been my friends for a while.
Yeah.
So, when our chairman died, the person that signed me at Koga Entertainment, I had to, you know, tap into other people's fan base because resources and everything, they're limited.
And it was a bit challenging at the time.
Very, very.
Very nice.
Let me let you in. We recorded this song 2 years.
Wow.
2 years.
2 years ago, and it's finally out now.
Yeah, I mean, it took us 2 years to record the song.
Yeah, because you needed to get all these people in there.
All these people together.
Excellent,
and
excellent.
The video, we got everybody. Everybody didn't come at the same time, but at least we got everybody sing. Perfect.
Very nice. I love it. Now, you've been doing a lot of work. You've done performances with Wizkid, Two Face, and stuff like. Tell us about some of those.
I mean, this is what I live for.
Yeah.
I come from the place where you think right now is not possible because where we started from zero.
Yeah, you told me you were in Abuja, you were in Ibadan,
yeah, I grew up in
where
Ibadan,
you grew up, and you used to hawk on the streets and stuff.
For my mom, real life, man, real life. So, for everybody watching right now, there's nothing you can't do. There's nowhere you can't reach if you are willing to work for it.
Nice. So what's next for Zayo, man? I mean, it's we're getting to the end of the first half of the year. Second half, you know, what stuff are you going to be working on?
Yeah, I mean, this Colored Remix has actually given me a whole lot of attention from people, Nigeria, outside
It's a catchy
Nigeria,
song. It's a catchy song. Once you hear it, you're like, so quiet, but the color, you're like, wow.
You know,
yeah.
You know, so, I mean, the next song, the next project I'm going to be working on is also going to be a featuring, collab. I mean, I have 10 songs under Koga Entertainment since I've been signed, and, you know, this is like the biggest collaboration that I've had. So, I mean, I'm just going harder and harder.
Yeah, and the video is excellent. It was shot by Clarence Peters.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Nice, very
yes,
nice.
Sir.
And you have some other projects with him as well.
Yes, already. You know, he has shot a couple of videos for me. Basia, produced by Prophet C, and one more too. Yeah.
Nice, nice. So, I mean, this is like, you've come a long way from your days back in Ibadan.
Yes,
many
sir.
things that you're doing now, stuff is going on. You've gone through many challenges.
Yes, sir.
Still, are you still with Koga Entertainment?
Yeah, I'm still with Koga. My contract runs out the end of this year. So, I mean, before the end, I'm supposed to drop a body of work.
Before the end of the year?
Yeah, before the end of the year, but with our chairman gone, it's, you know, it's kind of slow and stuff now, so.
But you have to keep pushing it, like you said, you know,
steady,
keep putting your best
consistency
in
is
there.
key. Consistency is key, you know. If you quit, now you mess up.
Don't quit. I like
Don't
that.
quit.
That's some serious Thursday motivation for us there.
Yes, sir.
Nice, nice, nice. Zayo!
Yes, sir.
I love it, I love it. We're going to be going on a break now, and of course, well done, Zayo.
Yes, sir.
We'll be right back.
Oh, wow.
Hi there, you're tuned in to the biggest thing on television in the morning.
Yeah. Well, the only thing I can say is, I love so quick with the color. Sorry, it was just there. I just
if you got that performance, if you caught that performance on Zayo, then you know what we're talking about this morning.
Oh, dear me. Check it out on YouTube when you get the chance. But welcome, welcome, welcome. We are on the second half of the show. My name is Titilayo Oyinsan.
And I'm Yomi Okwe. We're live right now on tvcontinental.tv and on Facebook. You can check us out on TVC Connect. If you want to participate on the show, use the comments, your comments, and use the hashtag #WakeUpNigeria.
It all goes down in the comment section.
Yep.
Yeah.
Coming up shortly, we have the 2018 FIFA World Cup, and it's all the rave right now. We're going to be bringing you updates live from Russia, thanks to Power Oil.
We're also going to be bringing you tips on how to brush up your vocal skills. I know you've been watching so far, so this will be a follow-up. Benga Gwele will be hooking us up with that.
And finally, Hadiza El-Rufai, author of the book An Abundance of Scorpions, will be joining us for a chat about why she wrote this book. Such an emotional text.
There's a lot you get in a name.
Yeah.
You know, there's a lot in a name, an abundance of scorpions. I have to say the name was a bit alarming to me.
So I mean,
you know?
it's one of the things that make a book catchy, you know, so that you then wonder, okay, so what's in it and all of that. But yeah.
But you know, how do you not judge books by their cover? Have you ever thought about
It's really hard because the reason you go to a bookstore and you see all the books, the way they lay it out, say a yellow book and a red book, it's really about the cover, because at the end of the day, whether you're reading on the back or in front or whatever it is, it's that first attraction that will make you pick the book or not.
So the reason why I mentioned judging books by their covers is when you meet people, how do you not judge them by
by the way they look,
by the way they look, by the
true.
way they sound,
very true,
by the shoes they're wearing? I can actually remember going for an audition once, and I was actually told that I didn't get the job. This was later on, like a month later. I didn't get the job because my hair wasn't long enough. Yeah,
so sometimes it's really, that's why they say first impressions matter a lot. Because, I mean, we had Yore the other day here talking about sales and the fact that once you walk into a place, the first thing people see, even before you open your mouth, is the way you look and the way you carry yourself. And if you carry yourself with confidence, then you come across like someone who knows what he's talking about, even if you don't know what you're saying. If you know what I mean. And then, so you carry yourself with confidence, the way you walk, the way you dress. And then when you then open your mouth, we hope that what you then say makes sense.
That's a big hope. I can tell some stories of some very bad dates that happened because of well-packaged men. Ladies, please be warned. You have to look beyond the packaging.
Beyond the book cover.
Yes, beyond the social media handle.
There's got to be some substance in there. Really, really important. Yeah, so quite a number of other things that we're going to be doing on the show today.
World Cup updates coming up.
World Cup updates coming up shortly. Bele.
You're always saying Bailey. Let it go.
It's a challenge. It's a challenge. And of course, Hadiza El-Rufai coming up later on. But first, we are going to be doing the news updates.
All right, thank you, Yomi. And I will start this way. Staff of the National Emergency Management Agency on Wednesday protested against what they called the failed leadership of the agency. They converged on the emergency bay in Abuja, asking the government to approve the administration of its Director General, Mustapha Mihaja, whom they say is incompetent. The feud between the workers and the DG reached a peak with the strike by the workers, which began last week, Monday. President Muhammadu Buhari has signed the 2018 budget into law. This comes 7 months after he presented the 2018 appropriation bill before the National Assembly. The president expressed his reservations about the changes made in the budget by the National Assembly. The budget for major infrastructure projects across the country was cut by about 347 billion naira. An action President Buhari says will make his administration unable to implement key projects. So authorities of the Obafemi Awolowo University in Ile-Ife have dismissed Professor Richard Akindele over inappropriate conduct with one of its students, Monica Osage. Vice Chancellor of the university, Professor Eyitokbe Ogunbode, says the decision was reached by the Council, having considered the recommendations of the Senate and the report of the Joint Committee of Council and Senate. Professor Akindele was accused by Ms. Osage of requesting for sex to change her grade. Julius Agbaje has emerged the winner of the maiden edition of Africha painting competition powered by Remedy Art Africa. Africha, a competition which requires an artist to operate a create a painting that expresses an African utopia from his own perspective, is a fusion of two words, Africa and future. As the winner of the maiden edition held in Ikoyi in Lagos, Julius Agbaje is now $2,500 richer.
And I'm proud to announce the name of Abidemi Julius Agbaje.
The aim of this Our Future competition is actually to create more opportunities for young artists, especially art graduates, to get the representation and necessary publicity they need when they initially emerge out of schools. The government is not really helping young artists in form of grants, and there are not enough grants and opportunities for them. So this is the maiden edition of the Our Future. It's a fusion of two words, Africa and the future. And I believe strongly that this would go on and would ensure that artists, young artists especially, gain the necessary representation that they need. So this is a tip of the iceberg, I would say, and we hope to continue by the coming years.
For me, from this morning, I am Busola Mitumashi, but would like you to know if it's going to be a sunny day or a rainy day. So we'll leave you with the weather forecast for now. Bye.
All right, we're still keeping up with the 2018 FIFA World Cup. It's impossible not to stay abreast with this sport event on everyone's lips right now. We've got our sports correspondent, Promise Efoge, waiting to give us the scoop on what's happening and what to expect today in Russia. But before that, let's take a look at this interview we had with Aisha Falode, board member of the Nigerian Football Federation.
I'm not sure that the players came to Russia to get to start poorly. Things happen in a game, as you all know, and it's just that what happened was not expected, was unprepared for, and they just have to now rise again, above the occasion, rise above the defeat, and get their strength from this defeat. We saw Senegal against what they played yesterday, or when they had their game. And that they played from the heart, they showed commitment, they showed determination. They showed that they were really ready not only to make an appearance in this World Cup, but to compete, and compete really well. I'm sure that victory by Senegal yesterday is now a challenge to the Super Eagles that they also must deliver in the next game. And all we can do now is not to knock anybody, it's not to knock the team, but to support them like you would as a true fan and as a true Nigerian.
Power Oil. healthy for you.
That's Aisha Falode, the board member of the Nigeria Football Federation. Now we have Promise Afoge on standby, trying to establish the contact with Promise Afoge, who's on standby in Russia for us, talking about what the Super Eagles are doing in preparation for tomorrow's match. Today also we have one of the Group D matches taking place between Argentina and Croatia. That's going to be one to look forward to, because that also affects our standing in the Group D. Of course, I don't know if Promise is now live for us. Okay, we're still trying to see, establish a link and get some audio there with Promise. But it looks good, and I want people to also send in what they think the predictions are going to be for Nigeria-Iceland tomorrow on social media. You can use the hashtag WakeUpNigeria and also make sure that you tag at TVC Connect. Now, I think Promise is there now. Hey, Promise. Hey, Promise, we can hear you now. You can just go ahead and tell us what your updates and your predictions are all the way from Russia for tomorrow's match. Okay, it doesn't look, I think we're having a bit of the technical issues there. Hopefully we can reconnect with Promise shortly. Now, of course, all the Complete Sports newspaper this morning talking about how Iceland will be a tough nut to crack because Igalo has to be very aggressive.
I want to know what's happening with the Nigerian Super Eagles at this point in time. It's just about 24 hours to that very epic game against Iceland, and I can tell you that the team is very much ready to take on their opponent. They will be leaving Essen, Turkey any moment from now. Their flight is for 10 a.m. Russian time. They would land in Volgograd in about 2 hours and go to their hotel where they will be lodging before heading to the stadium much later this evening for their only training session in Volgograd before the game against Iceland. Well, Russia right now has welcomed more Nigerians because the Nigeria Football Federation has ensured that more dignitaries arrive in this country to support the Eagles. Immediate past president of the Nigeria Football Federation, Aminu Megeri, past president of the Federation, staunch football administrators, Shego Odegbami, former players as well, are here in Russia to lend their support to the Super Eagles. I spoke with a couple of them this morning and they were all positive. They were all of the opinion that the Eagles have the quality and the impetus to bounce back against Iceland as far as the World Cup Group D is concerned.
Of course, there's also... Thanks so much, Promise, for that update all the way from Russia. And we wish the Super Eagles truly the best in tomorrow's match, and we're all going to be looking forward to it. Of course, this segment was brought to you by Power Oil, and we're going to be going on a break now, but don't go anywhere. Wake Up Nigeria continues.
Power Oil, healthy for you.
Welcome back. It's still Wake Up Nigeria. In the garden with me, the amazing Gbenga Gbile is back. And he's going to be giving us something to take home and start practicing this weekend.
Yeah.
What are we doing today?
Waking up the superstar in you. Have to start from a 0 level to a superstar status.
Okay.
Singing.
Are you sure we can do all that in one episode?
Yeah, well, it's going to be a sequence. I'm going to start today and I'll continue the rest later.
All right.
Thanks.
Let me let you get to it.
Okay. Well, let's start our day with a vocal warm-up before we go straight to the next thing. Okay, let's start with a humming exercise. To clear our tone area. Go. Now, Okay, last week I talked about self-expression in singing, that as a singer you need to get someone to coach you, to bring out the extraordinary in you, and that has to do with your own determination. Today I'm going to talk about focus. If you want to make it in singing, you need to focus. You need to be consistent about it. You need to get a trainer to help you lift you from your ordinary level to a superstar status. So today I'm going to talk about the color mix in singing today, vocal fry, and voice breaking, which is crying effect. She's going to apply that. This vocal fry, remember, yeah, and the breaking effect, see, yeah, that's it. So let's listen to the application of that. And don't forget that if you want to be a great superstar, you need to focus. Get a trainer, somebody to lift you from your zero level to a superstar status. So let's ask Vicky as she's going to apply the vocal fry. Don't forget, always practice your vocal fry every day like this. You know, practice on the scale, and also the second one, keep on practicing until you have what you want to achieve. Keep on practicing, practice every time, so the best of you will be brought out. So let's listen to Vicky.
Your heart, you didn't have to be afraid of what you are. There's an answer if you reach into your soul. The sorrow that you know will disappear. So when the hero comes along with the strength to carry on, and you cast your fears aside, then you know you can survive. So when you feel like hope is lost, look inside you and be strong. Then you'll finally see the truth, that the hero lies in you. And then you know you can survive. So when you feel like hope is lost, look inside you and be strong. Then you finally see the truth, that the hero lies in you.
There is a hero inside of you. If you can believe in yourself, the best of you will be seen. Don't forget, practice every time. The vocal fry effect, she applied that. And there's a hero. Did you listen to that? So let her do that again. Fry.
And then a hero comes along with the strength to carry on.
That's the vocal fry.
And you cast your fears aside, then you know you can survive.
So it's intentional. It's intentional. Vocal fry is intentional. Thank you so much. Always remember this, that the best of you can be seen when you work on yourself. Thank you.
Amazing, amazing. Thanks. I was just watching her voice go through a lot of different processing just now. Yeah. But that vocal fry, can I try it? Can I try it?
You can. Yeah, that's the process. Keep on practicing until you get it right.
Okay.
But it's coming. That's great.
Like that.
Yeah.
So I focus on practicing it with different keys. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, let's start with a low key like this. Now listen to the person. and that's
okay. All right. No, I'm not trying it. I'm on national TV. I'm feeling shy. Okay, but really, amazing. Thank you so much for coming to show us that today. We have to rush back into the studio now. I know Yomi is on standby for us.
Thank you, Titi. Now, Thursdays are our book chat day, and I'm sitting with Hadiza El-Rufai, the First Lady of Kaduna State. Wow. And she's the author of this novel, An Abundance of Scorpions. And it happens to be her first novel. And that's the book we'll be talking about this morning. Thank you for joining us this morning.
Thank you for having me.
So I grew up in Kaduna, so we're almost like neighbors from way back. This book is very interesting. And I was just talking to Titi earlier, talking about the fact that it's a very emotional book. And it connects with people on different levels, but particularly women. Tell us about this book and why you wrote it.
An Abundance of Scorpions basically is the story of a woman's journey or metamorphosis from a rather pampered wife to someone that had to be strong, self-reliant, and independent. It is the story of a woman's struggle. Tambaya, the protagonist, had to change because her husband, early in the book, her husband and daughter died in an accident in which she was also in the accident. Yeah, she was injured. And then, to her shock, she realizes that her husband had borrowed a lot of money.
And then, you know, they were in debt.
They were in debt, yes.
Exactly. So one of the things that struck me when I was reading the book and the suddenness of how things changed, you know, the fact that here they were living this nice idyllic life, trying for a new baby, and then suddenly things changed. And with that change came a lot of burdens. Were you also speaking to women specifically, or was it just something that a story you just needed to tell?
Actually, it's a story I needed to tell, but at the same time, I wanted to pass a message. I think whenever a writer writes something, there's a message behind it. Yes, there's something the person wants to say. And basically what I'm trying to say to women is it's all well and good if you have a good, supportive husband that takes care of all your needs, but it's also important to have some kind of financial independence. Because as you said, her life changed suddenly, and that is reality in life. Yeah. Things like that actually happen. And sometimes you find the women become totally lost. They don't know what to do. So even when the going is good, it's also good to have your own financial independence.
Exactly,
because you never know.
Yeah, it took her a very long time to get a job.
Yes.
And she eventually had to move to Accra and still going to get a job, and it was just really, really tough. And it was also very strange that she had to be burdened with her husband's debts and, you know, had to pay off, you know, do her best to just pay off this money.
Yes, because her husband was actually the breadwinner of even his extended family. So when he died and there was this debt that had to be paid, she just had to get up and be strong and do it because his aged father could not, an old pensioner could not help. So she found herself having to look for a job. She had been trained as a nurse, but having been out of the job market for a long time, she found it very difficult to get a job.
So let's talk about tradition, because it's one of the things that pervaded the book, tradition and also religion. The fact that when he died, when Yakubu died, one of the things that immediately happened was that, you know, the family came together to try to share his property because they thought, okay, he was a doctor, and so at least he should have some money. But before you respond to that question, we're going to be taking a break now. But he was a doctor. He was supposed to have a lot of money, and then they discovered that there was nothing. All right, we're going to answer that question after this break. Welcome back. We're still on the sofa with author Hadiza El-Rufai, who's the author of this book, An Abundance of Scorpions. And we were talking about tradition before the break. The fact that the husband of a woman dies, and then the family comes together and they want to share whatever wealth he had, only to discover that he was in debt. That aspect of tradition, though, is very concerning, especially for people. In the modern age, people are still expecting a surprise that such things happen, where because he didn't have a male heir, they were going to share the man's property. So what's your take on that? And why did you put that aspect specifically in the book?
Thank you very much for that question or observation. Actually, why I'm glad I wrote this book and why I think a lot more of us from the North should write is because I don't think there are enough stories, Nigerian stories, from the Northern perspective. I'm from a culture that is Northern Nigerian and Muslim. So actually that stipulation is from the Sharia law. That's what it is. It's not about tradition, actually. It's about religion. You know, in Islam, in Sharia law, there are specific ways that a person's, whatever a person leaves behind has to be shared. Yeah. And if a man dies without a male heir, it means that his siblings will also inherit. But if he has even one male child,
it means that the male child receives it.
The male child and his other children will inherit and his siblings will not inherit. And of course, the male child inherits twice as much as the female child. Now you can say it's not fair, but that's it. If you're a Muslim and you believe in it, you follow it. You know, so that's the way it is.
Yeah, but you highlighted it in such a way that it looked like it was a big burden on the wife, because if she didn't have, because what eventually happened was that when they discovered that he was in debt, the law also stipulated that she would take all the debt and that they wouldn't share it with the family. No.
Oh,
okay. Because that's what I saw.
Not really. She was just speculating that if only it was like that, but it's not like that. You don't share the debt. She felt responsible because she believed that her husband actually went into debt because he had to pay for the IVF treatment that they had been undergoing. So she felt sort of responsible.
Exactly, which is also why she felt a little bit of guilt as well.
Yes, exactly.
Because she felt that, okay, she wanted a second child.
Well, he didn't really...
Yeah, they were struggling to get a second child and he just can't continue to borrow and all of that. There's some other aspects of it. You also explored the heart of a woman in this. When, for instance, she went to Accra and Jamila, who was her sister-in-law, went into labor. There were some aspects of labor that you described that a male writer probably would never have gotten. The fact that, you know, when her water broke and they took her inside the room, some of the experiences, you captured it in such a way that anybody reading will know that, okay, this was written by a woman who has actually experienced this.
Yes,
Tell us
actually
about that.
I've experienced it 5 times. So
wow.
I know about a lot about labor and birth, you know. So I try to write it as realistically as possible. That is based on my experience. But of course, you know, people have different. I know of some women that don't even have labor. I mean, they will be sleeping and they will wake them up and say, the baby is coming.
I've never heard of that before. I've never heard of that before.
Know, so
but excellent. I mean, as the First Lady of Kaduna State, I mean, you will be involved with a lot of things, pet projects and working with women and all of that. How do you find time to still write? I know that you also train in writing as well.
Yes.
So how do you find the time?
It's actually a struggle, you know. But I think if you feel that what you need to do is important, you will find the time. There's never enough time for anything in life. But if you really believe in something, you will find the time. So I try to write very early in the morning. I'm an early riser. I wake up quite early, so I try to write. At that time, no disturbances. But during the day, I have to get on with other aspects of life. So my writing is slow.
Yeah,
really.
It will take time consuming.
Yes, exactly.
Okay, so, but as the First Lady though, I mean, how people are, you're sitting here with us and this is a rare thing. It's not every day we get to interview a First Lady. So what's it like? Suddenly you're thrust into the limelight and you have to deal with issues every day. And also, I know a lot of your work focuses on women. So tell us about that.
Well, right now what I do is I run this foundation called the Yasmin El-Rufai Foundation, which I named after my late daughter. And actually what we do is we have two main programs. The creative writing program, which is targeted at younger people, like from 10 years to 18 years, both male and female. And actually that's where my passion is really, because we try to run workshops.
People to write.
Yes, encourage them to write. And after they write, like when we carry out a workshop, we now gather their writings together and publish. You know, when a young person sees his work published, it's a big encouragement.
Exactly,
yes.
That's true.
Then the other aspect of what we do at the foundation is what we call the Women Literacy Program. And I started this because of my concern. The literacy rate
for women
is really quite low.
You highlighted that in this book as well.
It's really quite low. And I feel that when somebody is illiterate, it's a really very serious handicap. It's a serious handicap, because someone could be walking down the street and there's a sign that says danger, don't enter, but you can't read it, you just go straight there, you know. So what we try to do, we target women that have dropped out, maybe as a result of pregnancy or early marriage, or the fact that the family cannot afford to send them to school, and we teach them basic literacy. We have open centers, 4 centers in Kaduna. We hope within 2 years to have a center in each local government. So what we do, we now teach them basic literacy. And the whole idea behind it is for them to be able to access information. You know, there's so much information that's free out there now with the internet, but you have to know how to access.
Exactly.
If you are not literate, you don't know how to read, you won't know how to operate the computer or go on Wikipedia to find out what you need to know.
But it's quite challenging, because one of the things that we also find is that there's this the issue of culture and the fact that this is also what draws women back from fulfilling their potential, as it were, especially in the North. So is this something that you're also very concerned about, that you also try to encourage people, whether they're fathers or husbands, to ensure that their young girls and their wives, you know, get some education and exposure?
Yes, certainly. And since we started the program, especially the Women Literacy Program, we've had a lot of interest. And surprisingly, a lot of them have the support of their husbands and fathers, because what we did first of all was to go into the community, engage with the community leaders, because when you want to do something, I mean, you want to carry people along. You don't want to like come into the community telling them what to do, and they were very supportive of us. And why we want to do the centers the way we do it is because we also want to encourage the women to come out. You know, we're in the North, women tend to be left back at the home. But there's nothing in the religion of Islam that says a woman shouldn't go out. They can cover themselves if they want to. They can cover themselves and come out and learn what they need to learn.
All right, so let's talk about, I mean, we're rounding off now. I hope that you'll be able to read some portions of the book, but before, if possible, or if we have time. But before that, let's talk about Governor El-Rufai. I mean, he's been doing some work.
I thought this was a book chat.
Yes, it's a book chat, but you're here. And one of the things that you also captured in the book, which I'm relating to your own relationship with your husband, is that deep connection that I saw. Was that just fiction, or is it the same relationship that you have with your husband?
I think I have a very good relationship with my husband.
Okay.
Although now he's rather busy. I don't get to see him as much as I'd like.
But when you do see him, I mean, it's nice.
Yeah.
Do you still cook when you can?
Oh.
When you're able? It's tough.
No,
it's
actually,
tough. It's tough.
It's been a long time since I cooked.
All right. So, is there any portion of the book you'd like to capture for us for a few seconds?
Okay, page 262.
Okay, let me just turn there now. Okay.
Yeah, we are at the second anniversary of the accident that killed her family. The day before the second anniversary of the accident, I commissioned special prayers to be said for Yakubu and Fatima at the Gada Mosque and sent money for Sadaqah, just as I had done in Accra last year. Dawn brought memories, but I felt some sense of control over my life. I was managing my grief quite well, I thought. It had been a while since every knock on the door gave me a rush of hope that my husband and daughter would reappear. After finishing the Fajr prayer, I remained on the mat, making supplication, counting on my cherby. I stayed there, chanting, until my eyes moistened. I blinked back the tears and got up to prepare for the day ahead. Sitting at my dressing table, lathering my skin with cream, I noticed that my fingernails needed trimming. I took my nail scissors from the drawer and clipped them one by one. The moment I began combing my hair, Esther's oft-repeated words in the days immediately after the accident leaped into my mind. Tear your hair out if you feel like it. What happened next might not have happened if the scissors had not been sitting right there in front of me. With a swift movement, I dropped the comb and grabbed the scissors. I wasn't going to tear my hair out. I was going to cut it all off. The person who loved it so much was never going to see it again. So why bother keeping it?
All right, we have to stop there. Amazing. This is almost like, when I read this part, it was almost like a liberation that occurred with her. Anyway, so to round off, you are final guest and of course special guest today. We want to invite you to our kitchen.
Oh.
And hopefully you would like what Tolu has prepared for us.
That's a nice surprise.
Yes, it is.
Okay.
This way, so this is
Welcome.
Titi,
thank you,
co-host, and also Tolu, who's the chef this morning.
Yes.
Okay.
So Tolu.
Hi. Good morning.
How's it going?
Very well.
This is Her Excellency.
Is
that how it's called?
No,
this is Erufai.
We're talking about how
talking
powerful that piece was.
Yeah.
Oh,
I was
thank
just
you.
saying that if we had known you're the one, we would have like made a big regalo of breakfast. But right now we made homemade sandwiches. So this is like garlic bread. We used I did kitchen hacks of what you can use in the house that you don't need to go all out to get. So it's like burger, but it's not burger. So this is like bread, old bread. Then we fried it in oil and a little bit of garlic. And so it has egg sandwiches, sausages, tomatoes, and it's just, and we made homemade milkshake. So you don't need to go out to buy milkshakes. So what is in it is, so we just use our ingredients at home, which is like normal powdered milk. We put a bit of peanut butter, a bit of coffee, like just, you know, so I'm just going to serve you a little bit of this.
Now, I'd like to know how many calories all that would add
Don't
up
worry.
to.
We're not going to force you to eat it. We'll just pack it for you.
Okay.
And, so it's been a great show today. Thank you so much, Your Excellency, for joining us this morning. And also to all our other guests who joined us earlier today.
We had Benga Gwele, we had Bimbo Balogun from Bim Beads, and so many others. It's all about our friends at Homely when it comes to kitchen accessories. Thank you to our friends at Homely.
Yes, indeed. And also to Fola's Place as well.
Yes, for styling my hair. Thank you, Fola.
Never my hair.
No, because you don't let him touch your hair. He doesn't let him touch your hair. He's always running away from the styling chair. But we will be back again tomorrow morning. And it's Friday.
Yeah.
Wow. Finally.
Friday edition tomorrow.
Already. Yes, indeed. And you can watch the live coverage of Nigeria versus Iceland tomorrow morning, or rather tomorrow afternoon from 4 p.m. on TVC. Right here, you can catch the match. Make sure you tune in.
All right. See you tomorrow.
Bye.
Bye.